So here we go, guys.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening to everyone, and welcome back to Level Up, our Monday podcast. Krista, what is a good name to say? I always say podcast is
I
always the
know
first.
we're still trying to figure it out.
I
Like
can't see
maybe
people.
it should just be like, "Welcome to the igloo, a warm spot for a cold, cold world,"
Yeah. Welcome to
and
the
just
igloo.
like
Yeah,
the same thing every Monday.
maybe I'll not do that. That might freak people out anyway. Um,
Yes, I don't really know. We're gonna tie this down. The world is watching as we build
all
this.
right.
So if anyone has
Many
ideas, they
licks
can
does
give
it
us.
take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop? The world may never know. Um,
We'll figure this out one day, guys. We're figuring it
Absolutely.
out together.
That's right. That's right. Anyway, that's us being goofy, guys. Welcome. We're so glad to have you once again. And with that, I'm going to hand it over to Miss Krista Snow as we have something very special planned for you guys this evening. Krista, you have the floor, ma'am.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. So this is my brother. Well, it looks like I'm pointing to
Hi.
Marcus. I'll jump one over. So this is my brother. He is my big brother, as he always reminds me. I'm the big brother. I protect you forever. And all future potential husbands have to go through me to make sure they're good. This is something he
And a
reminds me
steak
all
dinner.
the time. So he's my big brother, but only by a year. So we grew up together. We actually were homeschooled. We were in the same grade, and so I graduated a year early, um and we got to do K through 12 together, which was a lot of fun and just very unlike any other sibling experience that you know about, unless they're twins or something. And so we basically grew up together, and we were each other's best friends, and we experienced a childhood being homeschooled and being forced to be together all the time. I think is created this unique relationship that we have today that is just, he's one of my people. He's one of my people. And by the way, it's not just the two of us. We have a sister. Her name is Kylene. But there's an age gap. She's 13 years older than me and 12 years older than Joe. And so she was out of the house and married by the time I was 7. So we didn't grow up with her in the same way. Technically, she kind of like grew up as an only child. And until she was like 12 or 13, and we always had a playmate. And so it's interesting talking to Kylie now, because we talk about how our childhood experience was so different. Me and Joe, being together, and then her growing up as like an only child. And so we have a lot of fun reminiscing on like our memories being different. But Joe and I, we have this unique friendship and sibling relationship and story, and even got to graduate together in '04 because we did the same grade. We were in the same grade. And so I wanted to tell everybody all about my brother because he's amazing and hilarious. And our friendship is great. Look at his face. He loves me so much. I don't know what he'd say about me, but that's my story about him. So, shall we jump into questions?
we shall jump
Question
in
time.
part of what we shall find out. Um, so there's
Commencing.
this very um, interesting thing about nicknames. Each of you has a nickname for the other.
Oh, actually, no. They're nicknames from our parents.
Oh, okay.
I'll go first. Mine is Bug because I never crawled on like my hands and knees like normal children. I crawled on my hands and feet, so my dad said I look like a bug running like running across the floor. And so my nickname became Bug. And Kiki was from Josiah because he was only 14 months older. So he couldn't say Krista. So he said Kiki. And I love it, and it's stuck. So it's Kiki, Keeks, Kiki Bug, all the things. My brother's nickname was Buddy or Bud,
Buds McKenzie.
Buds McKenzie. Well, that's what Dad always said, but like, who's Buds McKenzie?
Oh, Dad, can you come in here?
Dad, Dad, we
Daddy,
need you
So
to come in here.
my
As Joey
dad is
said,
gonna my dad's gonna explain the reason behind Buds McKenzie. So give him
okay, so
just
you
one
never
second.
even knew where your nickname came from, Joe?
Well, as he explained it a while back, but I think it'd be nice for Dad to come in this video.
Yes, here he comes. Okay, so
Oh, he came up behind you. Good.
our father. Okay, so where did Buds McKenzie come from?
Well, it came from a beer commercial years ago, and it was a dog named Spuds McKenzie. And I changed it to Buds McKenzie, and that's what I started to call him, Josiah. Buds McKenzie. We are a family of nicknames.
Yes, we are. I was Bug. My big sis was Wooloo Silly.
And
Or
he named him. He nicknamed everybody.
yes, the nicknames are all from him. Wait, I was also Angel.
Oh yeah, Angel Girl.
Angel Girl.
Where did Angel Girl come?
I don't know.
Was I amazing?
Yeah, you were an angel.
Yeah, right.
I mean, that's what I always assumed, but I never asked where it came from.
what was the other one? Wuku Silky?
Wooloo Silly. And
Wuku
so
Silky?
the short nickname for it was Woozy or Woo. Dad, where did Wooloo Silly come from?
I have no idea.
He doesn't know that one. He can't remember.
Wuku Silky. Okay. All right. Well,
Yes,
if
but
we
also
can
my
keep
sister did not like her nickname, so she was like, "No, don't call me that." But my brother and I loved our nicknames, so over time, I can imagine he'd forget where it came from because she won't allow him to call her that.
I just figured,
I
Wuku
think
Silky,
it's
that
cute. I like
sounds
it.
it sounds kind of specific, so I just figured, maybe it came from.
Oh yeah, it definitely was. He probably just can't remember because she she didn't like her nickname and she won't let
I
him
mean, it
call her.
sounds like something coming out of Star Wars.
It
Wooloo.
does
I don't
sound
know.
like
That's
Star
just me.
Like, got Revenge of
Honestly,
the
that's
Sith.
that's what I thought too. But yeah,
So how would you
she was like, "I don't
guys?
like nicknames," but we liked ours. So yeah, I knew one of the stories.
Okay.
So more questions?
How would you say you guys are alike, and how would you say you guys are different?
Uh,
Oh, I think we're way
I
more
could
different.
say a couple of things.
Yes, please do.
So how it might be different or alike. The difference is I'm a cat person. My sister, she loves dogs. So it's
Okay.
interesting. I've got three kittens. She has one dog. So that's how we're different. Krista, you want to add one? How we're different?
Uh, you are super outgoing. I am super shy. Like, there's times at okay, say for example, we're like at an event with a bunch of people, and I'm talking to a friend, and we're talking about how there's this guy over there that's cute. My brother is that person that comes up. He's like, "What are you guys talking about?" And I'm like, "I think that guy's cute over there." And he's like, "Which one?" And then he finds out which one, and he's like, "Okay, hold on, be right back." And I'm like, "What are you doing?" And he goes up and he's like, "Hey man, what's up? I'm Joe." Like, and just totally chill, meets the guy or whatever, and then he's like, "Oh, let me introduce you to my sister." I'm just like, "Oh my gosh!" Like, I am not good at this peopling thing, and my brother's just like the nicest, most extroverted, outgoing person. Anyone who knows him will say that. Like, and I just wish I was not shy and had the bravery to do stuff like that. He just walks up to strangers and makes friends, like anywhere he goes. And so I think in that way we're different because I'm introverted and shy and like I'm perfectly fine reading a book. And he's like, people, I love people. And I think it's really neat because growing up, we were able to sort of balance each other's, personalities. And since we were so close in age, we had very similar like friends groups. We were in youth group together at church, and we were in like the singles college age together. And so I think we were sort of like almost like a wingman for each other because we each have strengths and weaknesses and we're so different, but we also like are good at completely different things, and we help each other in life, now that we're adults and have really come to this point in our relationship where we've healed a lot and talked things out that we didn't even know we had issues with from childhood. Like we have talked it out and healed, and we're just so close, and me and my sister, same thing. The level of closeness you can get to with siblings is just really neat. But I think the way my brother and I grew up, it was very interesting because we fought all the time, right? Joe, tell him we fought like cats and dogs. Our parents were like, none of the neighbors' kids are fighting with each other like you guys fight with each other. They're
And
nice
yes,
to each other.
I can confirm it because in one of our other podcasts, she was like, my brother was here. He can confirm that we did fight together, and we did all the time. But it was like a love-hate thing. We love each other, but like
Yes.
we would just like go at it,
We
almost
drove
on a
each
daily
other
basis.
crazy.
And
Like,
just as an example, and I was telling Krista this just recently, like when we would do our homeschool, because we were homeschooled together, as she said a little while ago, I'd have my pen or pencil and
and
Krista
I'm
would be
like,
like, yeah, can you stop? That is annoying. And I would be like, okay, I would do it one more time. Always, I'd do it one more time just to annoy her.
and then I'm like, Mom, because I was the ultimate tattletale. My poor brother, he made it so easy for me though. Like
So
the
one thing,
things that he would
going
do.
back to the question, the question you asked, how are we like alike? That's one thing that I could say is rewinding like probably 13 years ago, because I'm a big movie buff. And so like when I would show Krista new movies, like, hey, watch this with me. Oh my gosh, I love this movie. Like I showed her a lot of movies and movies she had never seen and she watched with me. And
And
that's one thing
I
that I
refused.
noticed. She never watched it. She always refused Jackie Chan, Jet Li movies, whatever. And then she loved them because I loved watching those. So like that's just a unique thing that when I would show it to her, she'd be like, "Oh my gosh, I love these movies." So like we both have that. Uh, I'm
Yeah,
trying to
like
find out the
that,
right word,
like Lord of the
but
Rings.
we had that. Basically, it
Like
was a connection. Yeah, exactly. So like we always like her and I through the years, we would always go see like the Lord of the Rings trilogy. We did that together. We went to go see the Spider-Man movies with our friends at like 12 o'clock in the morning. And my mom would be like, why are you going at 12 o'clock in the morning when you could go at a decent hour? Which was kind of another story, but we were all connected with our singles group. And that's how me and Krista were just so much together. We always did things growing up. Always. Sports. We played, sports together,
well,
which
you
we will get to in the later podcast. So that's how we're alike. Is I would show her movies. She'd be like, "I love these movies." One more, I'll say is The Born Identity. I showed her the espionage movies, and she loved them.
it's my favorite movie to this day, The Born Identity.
The
And he
Born
tried to
Identity.
show it to me like 7 times at least, like, because he had already seen it in theater. Then he bought it when it came out and he was trying to show me. And I was just like, it doesn't sound interesting. Like, I'm not
And let
interested.
me add one
Come
one
on.
more, and then we can move on to the next question. Is the Count of Monte Cristo? Not only do me and my sister love it, but our whole family loves that movie.
Yes.
Which one is that? The one with Jim Caviezel?
Jim
Yes.
Caviezel and Guy Pearce.
Yeah. We were just quoting it the other day, Joe and I. Why were we talking about. I think you quoted something because you're like, whatever you just said reminded me of this.
Chatara. It sounds fearsome. We
Oh
were
yes,
talking about that.
yes, oh yes. But my favorite is when he was like, "Well, I'll kill them. I'll just go up to Paris, bang, 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 back in 3 days, back by week's end. How is this a
Why is
bad
this such a
plan?"
bad plan?
Yeah.
Right.
I think my favorite quote was I'm a count, not a saint. Like, oh, serious.
Yes.
Towards the end of the movie. Yeah.
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 Let me see. What is a funny situation that happened, Josiah? This question is for you. What is a funny situation that
Oh,
happened between you and Krista when you were young?
a
Don't
funny
embarrass.
situation. Yeah, there was one I had on mind, but I don't want to embarrass her. But I do remember this one vividly, and I was thinking about this just a while ago. And it's not just me and my sister, but my dad was involved with this, where we were down at the Carlsbad Caverns. Krista's probably going to remember what just by that me saying that. And we're in this one room, and I'm just in there being myself. My dad goes up to my sister, and I remember this so vividly. And this is just one of the funny moments of my sister saying this, where she was like, "Hey, Daddy, look, there's a bug right here. Oh, I am a bug." And that was just so funny to this day. It makes me laugh. It's just one of the funniest moments
I don't
because my
remember it.
dad referenced her calling her bug, and he's like, "Oh, look," and she's like, "Oh, I'm a bug too." And she looks up at my dad saying that.
How old was she when she said that?
Like
I
two.
want to say we were probably like I was probably about 2 or 3, 3 or 4. She was probably about 2 or 3. We were very young.
Yeah, I don't remember it. But my family vividly remembers it.
Krista, what is Joe really good at?
Okay, so there's a lot of things he's really good at. Music for one thing. Like he can play like all of the instruments in a band. He's basically been trained professionally in had lessons in piano, but in a lot of ways he's self-taught.
I have 4, and I could just share really quick: piano, bass, drums, and piano.
No, guitar. Piano, bass, drums,
Oh,
and guitar.
guitar.
Yeah.
Piano, bass, drums, and guitar. Sorry, my bad.
It's a whole band, that's my point. So yeah, I only play piano. But he's also very good at movie trivia. Like Joe, director of Titanic.
James Cameron, also the director of Avatar 1, 2, which I have not seen yet.
Producer of The Bourne Identity.
I don't happen to know that one.
You know who the director is?
No.
Those are my favorite movies.
Yeah. But I know a lot about like some producers, most directors, like the really big ones, Quentin Tarantino,
Well, just like
Steven
random
Spielberg,
facts. Like what
and
year
just
did
other
The
facts.
Muppet Christmas Carol come out?
The Christmas Carol.
The
I
Muppet
believe
Christmas
it was. It was
Oh
the
my
80s
God.
or 90s. That's all I remember.
I'm shocked that you don't know that one because isn't that like one of your favorite movies?
It is.
I'm shocked you don't know that.
I don't know
He knows,
everything
like,
about Hollywood
movies
or
and, like,
the.
all these obscure things and where things were filmed and like he said, yeah, he's introduced me to movies that I refused to watch because I wasn't interested, like Lord of the Rings, for example, the Bourne Identity series, for example, Jackie Chan movies. And then they turned into some of like my favorite movies ever. And so he's opened my horizons to things because it's easy for me to just be like, I like what I like and I know what I like and I'm fine with it. Why would I want to like, and my brother's just like so big energy and fun and like let's try this restaurant or let's like go see this movie or let's go try this place, like let's go meet these people. And so I think we've been able to balance each other out in a way that has made life really fun, because I've also, exposed him to things that he wouldn't otherwise have ever watched, like Disney princess movies and Shirley Temple movies. He hated those.
Yeah, I didn't care. Well, it's not that I hated them or anything. It was just like they weren't my type of movies. But when I got into my older years, I started to watch them more and more
Yes, but
because
like
of my sister.
yeah, it was because of me.
Thank
It
you.
just like a lot of my experiences have been because of you. Like for learning sports, like practicing frisbee at the park because I couldn't catch a frisbee. And you're good at all sports, Joe. So you would like I'd be like, take me to the park on Sundays, and we'd walk to the park in our neighborhood. And I would practice. He would teach me how to throw frisbee so I could play ultimate frisbee with like our friends group and not be embarrassed or picked last like usual.
I remember now something that Krista said a little while ago as we were talking about this. It's coming back to me now because I showed her. I mean, she asked, show me how to throw football," and so like I do remember like hold it by the laces, but with certain fingers, and you're gonna throw it. You're gonna come up here and release it, and then that's how you're gonna like throw football professionally, like you're going to the NFL.
Yeah, and
Not to
then I
be
was
mean, but
terrible at
just in a humorous way right now, it's like, I can't do it. She would tell me, I can't throw it. I can't throw a baseball. I can't throw a football, But humorously, I look back and it's funny. It
it. Well,
was,
yeah, because like I would like hold it back and then drop it, or like then I would, throw
it's
it,
kind
and
of
my
like,
brother, his reaction is like, "That was okay. Let's try this." See, like ghosting the
yeah,
ball.
it's kind of like if any of you have seen The Sandlot, the scene where the father figure is trying to teach the little boy to throw. That's kind of Crystal right there, where it's like he tried to throw it, but it went back. The ball flew back.
Like
You
it
know,
wasn't just like I was average. I was like embarrassingly bad at everything. And he would try to help me, you know, level up in sports. And I learned a lot from him because otherwise, like, oh my gosh, I am so bad, like embarrassingly bad. Some people got it and some people just don't. Okay.
and so like we both played sports,
Yes.
together growing up. Also
What
in leagues.
what sports did
You
you
know,
guys?
I so together we played basketball, and I won't go into the details, not to embarrass my sister. Uh, but we did that
We had a
together.
court in our
We also
backyard that
did
our parents built.
right, and also we played ultimate frisbee, but not on a league. We did that with our friends, our single friends at the time, before they decided to go get married at Album Park or elsewhere.
How dare they?
You know,
How dare they?
I know, right?
Yeah, but we had a lot of
So
the same
yeah,
friends. So we hung out together, like, and we would play different sports on Sundays, like basketball or volleyball or dodgeball or football. I was bad at all of it. My brother's he was good at all of it. So it's
yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's
We
been fun.
played basketball together, and me, I played everything. I played tackle football for a little bit, flag football, uh, baseball, which I did for 1 year. I played many years doing mostly soccer and basketball, and I even have trophies. I don't even know if I still have those, but I got trophies. Even music, I got musical trophies because, as Krista said earlier, I'm very musically inclined.
Yeah, we
You
had
know,
piano lessons together our
we
whole
had,
lives, pretty much.
exactly, and I remember the two people that gave our lessons was Lydia Burslam, which was our first one, and then later on, it was Miss Alice Larson.
Hmm.
Very, very, very nice ladies. We love our families love them. But I'll
Yeah,
remember
so we
vividly. Yeah,
like
we
sat
did
for
that
each other's
together.
lessons, even like each other's music lessons, doing schoolwork on a Wednesday morning or whatever, like because we were homeschooled. We literally lived life together. Like As I was learning the Titanic theme song on the piano, he was learning the Jurassic Park theme song, and we were cheerleaders for each
Nice.
other. Like, and it was very cool. But going back really quick to the basketball thing, I will never forget because like he taught me how to throw basketball because I would just like hold it and catapult it. And he's like, no, 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 no. Okay, so you need to like aim your hand towards the basket and then you're gonna hold it. And so you're gonna be able to like make it get to where you're going because you're using all your strength to literally like push it from your chest like that. And I
Right.
remember like practicing that in our like little mini court in the backyard and being like, oh, this changed the game for me because like I got it. Like I wasn't using all my strength. I could actually aim and I got good at free throws. So like without my brother's help with little things like that, I would have never even gained the confidence and learned because then once you get to a certain age, it's just embarrassing to be that bad.
I remember
And
okay, so just to rewind a little bit about that too. So like the first time I remember asking her, shoot a basketball. I'm literally going to show you really quick. I'm going to not stand up all the way, but she did it like this.
oh,
And
that's
I
right.
told her,
Tiny
that's
throw.
not the right way. I said, when you get the basketball, you dribble it. Don't dribble like this because that's technically double dribble. Like when you're actually playing on a league or professionally, you dribble it. And I remember she would do this at times too,
Yeah, 'cause I'm like,
dribbling the ball down the court.
I can't do that.
So I
You know?
literally showed her like how to dribble a basketball and how to shoot it, like this.
Right.
So I taught her the game of basketball.
We have
The
JoJo
end.
being very good at music, very good at sports. JoJo, what is Krista really good at?
She's good at a lot of things, the things that come to my mind, and I haven't, from what I have seen, she's good at being smarter than me, humorously, but she is smarter than me. I'll put it that way, because she was so good at getting like all the schoolwork done, and I'm over here till like 8 o'clock at night with my mom. My mom trying to help me, and she would do so good, like in school. I could say that thing. She was good at school. She was a fast learner. She learned things a lot quicker than me, and that's Krista. That's how she is, and I admire that because it's like I wish I had her mindset where I could do things a lot quicker. She would read a lot quicker than me. Like I could read a little bit slower because I want to understand what's going on in just the little short sentence or whatever paragraph or a book. She would read a book literally in one day. I don't remember which books. She would read a book in a day, and it would take me like maybe 3 or 5 days. That's how good she is as far as like reading. She was a very quick reader, very quick at doing her schoolwork. And that's everything she was good at. She was just, I guess, talented more than me. I was.
Well, you may have like been jealous at the time, but if you think about it this way, like, would you rather give up your music talent to be good at school academically or whatever? And I don't think you would, right? Would you rather be good at school
Yeah,
and lose all your music talent?
pretty
Because
much.
like I have no music talent like you do, so I
And
think you would
like
still choose to keep your music talent.
talking about the music thing, and just rewind from that question you said earlier as far as the music, like I would listen by ear to a song and go and play it.
Yeah.
Krista was good, very good at reading the music and actually doing it like that. She was eyes, I was the ears.
Well,
That's
just in
how we were
general, though.
different.
No, but in general, though, you were better, way better than me at anything music. Like naturally, you have a talent, you know? And so if mine is academics and yours is music, well, I'm sure you wouldn't want to give up your music talent, right? If you could have my
Yeah.
academic talent. I think your gift is just as powerful, and also one that you prefer as an adult. Like, because school's over. You don't have to get good to worry about good grades or whatever. But the way that you express yourself musically is a big part of your life. And I could never see you, you know, like as not having that. And so can't compare yourself because it always means you have to give something up that you have.
Right.
Which may be a good segue into the next question. Josiah, is there something you would change about Krista when you were growing up?
Change? Oh, I guess I missed that question here.
When we were
Seriously.
growing up,
Wait, say the question again? To
Well,
change?
actually, I read it wrong. Is there something that when you were growing up, is there something that you would have changed about Krista?
No.
Nothing at all. Okay.
Nothing that I could think of right now.
All right, Krista, same
Krista?
question to you.
I would have expected him to say, I wish she wasn't such a tattletale. Because I got him in trouble all the time.
Thanks to her.
Huh?
Thanks to you. Yes.
Oh, that's funny. On my screen, it looks like you're pointing to nothing. Because I'm over here. Oh, this is funny. No, I don't think there's anything I would have changed. I think you are exactly who you should be, and I love every part of you because it's, unique, and the relationship that we have with us being alike in ways but also different in ways. We've been able to share experiences and then also learn from each other. And then now as adults look back and reminisce on all of that and remind each other of those moments, because it's been a lot of fun to like live in the memories, but I don't think there's anything that I would change at all about our childhood or my brother.
Awesome. Um, birthdays, any special memories there between you guys?
I remember so many birthdays. Okay, so this is one that me and my sister talked about, not recently, but a while back. And we would joke and we would tell each other, do you remember when we would try to invite everybody in the world? The more people, the more presents we would get, the more money we would get. We thought, I just remember that vividly, like years ago. Hey, let's invite these people so we could get more presents or whatever. It was just the way we communicated so kind of in a hilarious way. That's just the way we thought. Let's invite the more people so we could get more money or presents. But as far as birthday parties, like I remember those vividly. We had a tree house in the backyard, and we would have countless birthdays. And that's another story. We did have a tree house where my uncle would be up on the top, and somebody else would be on the other side with piñata, and we'd be hitting those piñatas. And I just remember
Oh,
certain
ponchos.
people being
Ponchos
there.
is the birthday memory that I remember, though.
Yeah, ponchos. We did that every year, twice a year.
Yeah.
Ponchos.
There was,
Ponchos. That ring. Krista, can you refresh my memory on that story? Because Ponchos rings a bell for some reason.
oh, yes, probably because I've sang you the Ponchos happy birthday song, like happy, happy birthday from all of us to
Yeah.
you. Happy, happy birthday. Make all your dreams come true. Hope all your dreams come true. Woo! It was this Mexican restaurant, and they had like a to-go side of the restaurant, a sit-down like side of the restaurant, and it was sort of like cafeteria style almost, where you went through a line and chose what you wanted, and then when you sat at your table, there was a flag that you would like hoist up, a little flag like this tall, and whenever you needed something, that would notify your waiter that that you needed something. And it was done like that because it wasn't a typical like restaurant where someone takes your order. You go through the line like a cafeteria type of thing, and then you sit down, and then they had this whole dessert bar. And so we only got to go to Ponchos and like eat in the restaurant for a couple of times a year, which was either both of our birthdays. There was 4 of us grandkids that were similar. Like my cousin Francesca and Josiah, their birthdays like a week apart. And and me and my cousin Andres, it's a few weeks apart. And so my aunt would take us and the family to Pancho's in July and or May and in July to celebrate like 2 and 2 birthdays. And so I have a lot of good memories from those years that we got to do that. And it was just such a fun restaurant. It closed down a long time ago. So a lot of people still reference Pancho's because it was very iconic with this like huge dessert bar in the middle of it, but also the flags. Um,
Yeah.
and yeah, so the birthday memories we have, we usually celebrated, together, but our birthdays are both in the summer. And so it was another thing that we got to share. It was really neat.
Yeah, and we also did. I didn't do it, but I remember one birthday. Krista had her friends. We all went to, and I'll never forget. It's the McDonald's that's actually not too far from here. We had a birthday for my sister at McDonald's, and I remember when the McDonald's used to have those play themes. We would all go play in the little play area. I remember that so vividly,
I
and I
think that was like a
remember
rite of
our
passage though for millennials. Like you had McDonald's birthdays. Like Marcus, right? Wouldn't you agree? Like
Really,
you had a birthday at McDonald's and
I had a birthday at McDonald's when I was 2 years for my second birthday. Yeah.
yeah, like it was totally a thing when
wow,
we were
yeah,
little. I think that was like the place to go.
Absolutely.
and I'll say this one last one from me. I remember, and I don't know if Krista will remember this, but I had a surprise birthday party when I was a teenager. I don't remember how old I was. They were trying to, and I don't remember the story. They were just going to go to my sister's house to drop Krista off, if I remember correctly. And my parents were going to take me for my birthday. And Colleen, my older sister, was like, "Oh, your birthday present is in the back room," which was their room. And so, like, when I'm walking back, I opened up the door and I hear surprise, and I got so scared. I bunched up my head, like, what's going on? And then I realized, oh, it's a surprise birthday party. It scared me so, like, my hair went up on my whole body.
I don't think they told me that. I think it was probably a surprise for me too because they knew that if they had told me, I probably would have like slipped and told you. Because I don't
But I
remember
do
this at
remember,
all.
I do remember,
Yeah, it
like,
was
it
probably
was
a
my,
surprise for me as well. I wasn't part of the planning.
yeah, they probably didn't want to tell Krista to blow the cover of, like, oh, because, we're young. Krista
Krista
maybe
kid.
would have said something.
Right, right.
Yeah, I would have been too excited. I probably would have slipped and told them. Other
But
questions?
yeah, birthdays.
So
Yeah,
awesome memory. You had a surprise birthday party where they scared you half to death. Okay. Awesome.
pretty much.
Um, so you guys, how Krista, what is your favorite thing about Joe?
Oh,
I think what I said earlier about him being so like such a big personality. He has a big heart. He loves people and he's super outgoing, extroverted and friendly in a way that I really admire because, I'm an introvert and so I tend to be more shy and he has no fear. and that is something that I really wish I could be and also has been amazing to have a brother so close in age that's an extrovert when you're an introvert because it really helps when it comes to like making friends or just these situations. And since we grew up together, we were always together, whether it be doing school or at homeschool co-op or hanging out with our friends or at church or in youth group. Like we were always together because we were so close in age. And so our friends were friends with each other. And I think his personality has helped me like come out of my shell and or at least allowed me to hide behind him and be part of things in a way, when I was super shy growing up and I wanted to see what everyone was doing over there. And my brother would just walk over, but I'm like, I'll stand across the room and watch because I feel weird walking up. Like, I could hide behind him and see what was going on too, and not have to talk to anyone because, you know, he just knows what to say and knows how to meet people and make friends. And then he's like, "Oh, this is my sister," and I'm like, "Hi!" Like, it's it's really neat being so close in age, but also being different in personality and strengths. And so, I think that my favorite thing about my brother is that he is an extrovert and someone who loves people and has such a big heart because he's able to shine that in a way that's helped me grow over the years so much and be braver.
Is there something about Krista that you would consider your favorite thing?
As far as Krista, there's a lot of things I love about her, but some of the favorite things I like about her is the closeness that we both have. Like we just have that bond, and that's just so special and unique for us. As we mentioned earlier, it's just that's my favorite thing about her. Like we're always so closely knit together. Whenever I need something and I need prayer, like I will go to Krista firstly and be like, "Hey, I need prayer," and she's always on top of that. Like she's always on top of things when I need things. You know, especially like stuff that I've been through in the past year or a couple of years. Like I'll tell my sister firstly, like I'm struggling or I need help, and that's one of the favorite things I like about. I'm trying not to get too emotional, but she's always there, and that's
Aww.
one of the things I love about my sister.
Are you gonna cry?
I'm trying not to, but
Oh no! You're gonna make me cry.
um,
Oh,
so
that
like
was
I
so.
said, it's just the special bond that she has with me, and I love that about her
If I can
because
ask you
it's
guys,
ours is
I'm
unique.
sorry.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh no, that's the only thing I was going to say. It's a very special and unique bond that she has to me.
Mm.
Okay. If I can add, and this is um an organic question directly from me. This is not on the list.
Mm.
Um, Speaking as an only child, I cannot. I'm sitting here trying to fathom what it would have been like to have a brother or a sister. So this is a really interesting conversation for me.
Mm.
Um, Listening to you guys speak, do you think you could ever see yourself being an only child, or is that something that the two of you would not be able to fathom? If
No,
that
I can't
makes
even
sense.
fathom that.
Okay.
Like when my sister talks about growing up, she didn't have a sibling until she was 12 or 13, and then we were babies, and she's like a teenager. So
Yeah.
it's different. But when I think about even my niece, Rylan, I can't fathom that because I look back and I think, oh my gosh, like I was never alone. Like when we were camping and I wanted to go out, and explore, I wouldn't have gone by myself because I'm shy and a wuss and scared or whatever. And my brother and I would ride bikes together. They'd be hitched to the back of the RV and we could ride bikes together or go explore and play together. There's this little kid I see outside my apartment complex sometimes, and he's just like bouncing a ball by himself. And it makes me realize what I had with my brother growing up because I talk to my sister and we talk about like our childhoods in that span of time that were different, 0 to like 13. And then I see my niece Rylan, or I see this little kid that goes out and plays in the afternoons by himself, and it makes me really grateful for what I had that I didn't even realize what a blessing it was. In fact, we fought like cats and dogs, but now I am so thankful that I had that because I I see a childhood for myself, in my past that I cannot even imagine not having. Like, what if I didn't have a sibling? And I just feel like it must have been really lonely for you. Or did you not see it as lonely? Because like my niece Rylan, she's perfectly fine being an only child. She's like, I get all the
Mm,
presents.
I don't know. I don't because personally I'm an introvert also, so I didn't really have a problem with being the only child. The only thing is I had to when you're an only child, you kind of have to figure out ways to amuse yourself, so to speak, because you don't necessarily have a
Right.
house playmate. So you had to,
We can't
uh,
even like play a game with someone.
yeah,
A
so
two-player game.
um, I kind of had to learn. I kind of had to make an extra effort to make friends outside the house, which was a little bit of a challenge. But
Mm,
as far as being an only child, I didn't really. And I guess for everybody, your life is cut from a certain mold, and you're fine with that mold because it's your story. You get used to it, but
mhm.
um, I never really saw it as a I don't know if disadvantage is the right word, but
That's good.
I never saw it as a negative. There we go. Yeah. But
Were you jealous of other kids that had siblings, like, or a lot of siblings?
I guess in a way I did kind of wonder what it would be like when like as I look at you guys, I wonder what it would have been like to have a sister or have a brother. But I would never say I was necessarily jealous. Um, and it's funny you mentioned that because I know when I was growing up, I used to have people who told me that I was lucky I was an only kid. Like,
Yes.
well,
Yeah,
why
my
did
brother and I would say that all the time. Like,
like
man, if we were an only kid, we'd get all the attention. Like,
yeah, like
there's
I
three
had
of us. It's
people.
a third, a third, a third.
I mean, I had people telling me that you're an only child, you must be spoiled. I'm like, I'm out. As God is my witness, my mom told me no all the time. So not all the time, but there were a lot of times like I was and I'm gonna hand this back to you. This is your show. But I was
Oh,
walking
yeah.
by a pet shop. I saw a dog, and the dog he was the cutest little dog. Um, and I turned to my mom and I said, "Mom, can." That's as far as I got. She said no. Like I said, no, what? No, you can't have the dog. So and that's what
How did you know what I was going to say?
she she took the scissors and snipped me off at the path. But yeah. But no, it was a good childhood. So
Yeah, our mom was not afraid to say no to us either.
yeah. So definitely not the spoiled brat. But
Yeah.
well, awesome. Um,
You have other questions?
um, I guess I would ask both of you as we've got about 10 minutes left. What is your out of your entire childhood when you were together? What is your if you have an absolute if you have a memory that is your absolute favorite, what would it be? If you can pinpoint one.
Mm, I don't think it's one specific time, but it would have been when we were in the mountains visiting my grandparents' house or when we were playmates able to go like explore together the mountains. And it's not something I would have been brave enough to do or even had interest to do on my own. Like, but with my brother, my grandparents lived on like 3.5 acres in Weed, New Mexico. And so we leave the city and go drive up for the weekend several times a year. And it's being in the mountains. And they had like, when we were really little, they had like a farm and they had chickens and, like goats or whatever. So and then we would go camping together. Like, and wherever we were, there was somewhere to explore, whether we were driving to the Grand Canyon or to the mountains or to Celebration in Flagstaff, Arizona. Like, there was always a campsite that was new territory. And I wouldn't have been brave enough to explore alone, and it was a lot of fun to do it with my brother because we were able to like build forts and play in the ditch by my grandparents' house and like try not to fall in between the cracks of the what do you call those cattle guards like um and so those experiences, having a playmate for that kind of thing, um whether camping or in the mountains, at my grandparents' house for all weekend, like I would have probably just been inside. But because I had my brother, we went out and explored and went on hikes and found arrowheads. And it created a new experience for me of just camaraderie and friendship. And, I would trip and fall because I'm a klutz and my brother was there, and he would help me, or he would get down first and then help me down, as the boy helping his sister. Just like he walks on the outside of the street, when we hang out together, he puts me on the inside and he protects me. And so having that, a big brother and a friend, to be able to explore those things, I think that would be the favorite memory that I have, exploring together.
Josiah, anything?
It would be the same, pretty much the same stuff. All the camping trips we took up to like Riadoso, whenever we would go do our church functions, what we call them family camps. We would go up to Glorieta, New Mexico for the 5 years we did it up there. And the times we went to our grandparents, like she said, just very fond memories of all the times. And it just wasn't Thanksgiving every year. It was like we went often, like every 2 months we went up to see my grandparents. Mm-hmm. And I remember going with my sister, what we called the big old oak tree. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't just me and Krista, but we would go with our cousins or, family. We would do our hikes. But yeah, me and Krista were always together going to the old oak tree or going to the swing set right there by the big ditch, or be hiking, going off, with their dogs, my grandparents' dogs. Just all the adventures that we did together, going to White Sands as a family, like just very fond memories that I'm remembering. We always went to, once a year, we would go to the Carlsbad Caverns, which I mentioned earlier. Mm-hmm. There's just so many memories that I could think of. I remember in some home videos, one of the fun memories, and I'm going to take Chris out of this just for a moment. I was the troublemaker because the middle person is always the troublemaker, which is me. So I remember on these home videos, while our house is being built, Josiah, get over here. Josiah, don't do this. Josiah, don't do that. In all the videos, I remember just very fond. And I do remember some of the stuff ringing in my ear to this day. I remember my dad and my mom, hey, stop. Well, don't do this. Don't do that.
Joe would be climbing the walls and
climbing the walls.
I'm just
climbing the tree at my grandma's house. Yeah, she would be inside and I'd be outside getting into trouble or doing something.
Yes, he made it. I calmed him down and he made me more fun. That's
pretty much
what we did for each other. That's a great way to end it.
Going back to me and Krista, we had so many fun memories together. Okay.
I'm like, no, wait, we can't start a new story because we're out of time.
Amazing story, guys. It was awesome talking with you guys about your childhood growing up. Krista or Josiah, do you have any closing thoughts?
Well, Joe, you have a closing thought? Is it a short story?
Is it a long story? I don't know.
Because whatever you were going to say, I mean, you can say it.
We got 5 minutes.
Oh, we have extra. Okay, cool. Say your story. Do you remember?
Mm, I don't think it was a story. It was just like some comments I was going to say as far as like our closeness is pretty much as we're wrapping up in the next 5 minutes. We were always there for each other. We always did things. I always try to make life for my sister fun, as she said, and she was always there for me, and I was always there for her. So like overall, I just try to bring the best and make it fun and make it funny at times because my sister could say countless stories of my humor, my little funny
Your
moments.
quips.
Yes, pretty much. But that's
Yes,
all I
we're
want to say.
basically best
Like,
friends.
yes,
All right.
like just like that.
Oh, Kiki.
Well, Krista, I guess we can consider this an introduction of Mr. Josiah Snow, your brother. Um, Josiah, we're so glad that you were able to join us and share a little bit about um, what it was like to grow up with Krista. Um, and it sounds like it was quite an experience in a good way. Um, and I don't know about anybody else. I really and thoroughly enjoyed listening to you guys reminisce. And I think it's awesome that you guys are as close as you are. Because unfortunately, there's a lot of brothers and sisters out there today that are not so close. There's an airplane.
I didn't know if
um,
that was me or you.
it was me. It's like right above my roof head. Um,
Oh, dude.
but yeah, there's a lot of families that are in a lot of turmoil these days in our country. So definitely prayers for them that there will be peace. We are the world. No. Um, but yeah, Krista, handing it back over to you.
Well, thank you, everyone, and good night.